It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Penix. And complete to Drake London. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, B.J. Robinson. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. They get 17 more on that one and another first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. They had two straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1. The Falcons at 8-4 now in the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
That's another Falcons. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
To the air, Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5, pick up a 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And looking to throw, Penix. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon. Too able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
At their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man. Complete. It's Horton. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2nd and 6. Over the middle, complete. That's Walker. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. You talk about this Falcon defense. And right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
Defending the pass has not been one.
Let's get there for the sack. Jalen Walker in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Agnew now to return. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And it will be Falcon football.
At their own 47-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either rip fighting through, and he's got space. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's good.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Here's Penix. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Falcons lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Now back to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32.
Cooper Kupp. It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Charles. Drives 1 and 2, both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Just a fantastic punt return of 80 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
It's a game of 9.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Looking to throw, Penix. He's got the hook up to McLeod. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Ball on the 40. They'll throw with Penix. This is caught by Robinson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right, then angle his way up the field, and a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. That seemed to be linebacking 101 on how to diagnose and stop a run.
And what we're doing nowadays is we're taking those former safeties, those bigger guys, and making them linebackers to utilize their speed. He just made an absolute beeline after he diagnosed that play and ended up making a nice tackle on it.
Penix working out of the gun here. Now he's into the clear again. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Kyle Pitts on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. Kure to connect on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
That means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover or takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Come on.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Set. Go.
From the gun, it's Walker. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 43-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Ready.
They'll look to throw here. Forced out to his left. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. They'll toss this out right to Walker. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Escaping. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jalen Walker. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
And it's 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
First and 10 at the 34.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Back to Robinson now on first down. And he'll get this out to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Second down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Penix. And he'll find McLeod on the right side complete. 12 yards. Another first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Robinson up the middle. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second and 10. Now Penix. This one into the hands of Pitts. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. Is able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
Hand off now to Robinson. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and 3. Oh, a First mistake for him in the ballgame as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
On the 6.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Back to Walker on first down. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Okay,
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Go! Ready?
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And, boy, here's a sight you don't want to see. Ken Walker injured on that last play. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds Smith and Jigba. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Penix. That's complete to Mooney. Finding space at the 40. As they get this one up to the 44-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the give, here's Robinson. Brought down at the 20. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 7 from the 20. He'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught at about the 5. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the middle, here's Walker. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now a 2nd and 2.
Come on, let's go.
They'll look to throw. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. He's going to try and do this himself. And look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. He was having success there holding on to it on the option, but ultimately problems downfield, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and this is a tough one because you know you'd prefer to have your quarterback either heading to the sidelines or getting down at the end of the play. But you've got an aggressive one. He's fighting for extra yardage, and he gets stripped there. You don't need him to be a hero in that situation. You want your quarterback taking care of himself.
It's a loss of 2.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
This pass is caught by London. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Robinson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
4 receivers on the field. It's 3rd and 4. And looking to throw, Penix. That one deep for London. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson. That's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 24. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first down 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They got to get their timing back.
There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
65. Let's go now.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. 2nd and 9 now. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. Only able to gain a couple there. And a 3rd down and 6 to go. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A nice throw by the rookie from Alabama. That's a first down. Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I get the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game. And so far, he's passing with flying colors.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and that'll be 2nd down.
Ready, break. Ready.
They'll drop the throw. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Come on, come on.
They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
They'll try and throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4. But still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks.
And the Seahawks have picked it up.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 1 now from the 21.
Here we go, here we go. 70, Mustang 19.
Back to throw here. To the left side, catch made by Arroyo. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league,
a great play there. With now 2 4th-quarter touchdowns. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The extra point now coming from Myers. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Ernest Jones there for the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
That one deep for London. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Let's go.
Looking to throw Penix. That one deep for London. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pena now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. It's taken to the 26. It'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. There's a short one caught by a roller. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Ready.
Back to throw again. Flush to his right. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the 1st. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another, and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. James Pierce. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Now he'll move it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Myers' kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. Well, that's one part of the equation. Puts them back within one score, but I'd be surprised if we don't see an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, partner. They've still got the 2 timeouts. But without that third one, they can bleed a lot more clock on you. So how confident are you that the defense can hold them deep? I think you're exactly right. I'd line up and play for the onside kick here.
And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Try to take this home. They'll run.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
And the spike comes now with just under 40 ticks left. A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down.
Cougar 19.
Back to throw. They'll set up a screen to Charbonnet. And he will get out of bounds to stop the clock. It's a 1st down with the clock showing 26 seconds to play.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
They're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space. Let them do what they do.
And the spike comes with just 12 seconds left to go.
On the set.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Ready, go.
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Down to their final play. They've got to get in the end zone. That's part 1. Part 2, the 2-point conversion.
Throw the 2-point conversion right out of their mind. That's what they have to do. What you said is accurate. In the end zone, have to score a touchdown for that to even matter.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. And Charles, in this one, the 4th quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated.